it's Jayden. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it has been a while, so bear with me. But today I'm going to be filming a get ready with me. Nothing special, just wanted to sit down and chat with you guys and answer some questions. So like I said, I'm gonna be answering some questions. I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram story the other day, just so that I could make it more entertaining for you guys. And I'm just gonna do my makeup and everything. For this video, I am also working with Dossier perfumes. Dossier is a perfume company that makes really high-end perfumes for such a good price. If you can see this one that I got this about a week ago, and this is how much I've already used. I'm obsessed, so the two that I got were Floral Marshmallow and Fruity Brown Sugar, and the reason I'm including this is because it's actually my favorite part of my getting ready routine. The perfumes from Dossier are really good for layering because I just find that it lasts all day. So what I do when I start getting ready, I just spray whichever one I'm gonna use for the day. So I'm gonna do my Floral Marshmallow today. Just do a few spritz, and then I will sit and get ready, and then right when I get dressed, I'll do a few more. I just find that it sticks a lot better. When you order from Dossier, they send you these fun little cards that come with the perfumes that you order, and it just tells you information like what they're inspired by and the concentration and the notes and just a description of each perfume. Literally, as you're scrolling through the website, if you have a specific perfume that you want just at a more affordable price, you can go through and it tells you exactly which perfume from a designer that it's inspired by and if the notes are similar and anything like that. So I found it super helpful because I was easily able to find dupes for perfumes that I really wanted but just did not want to spend the full amount of money on. If you guys have any desire to check out Dossier perfumes, I've left the link in my description box, as well as a code for 10% off if you guys want to. It's JaidynLynzee10. Something that I found really cool as I was looking through the Dossier website trying to find what perfumes I wanted, they actually have a new payment method called Catch that allows you to earn store credit back on the money that you're spending on your perfumes, if that makes sense. So with each order that you end up buying something, with that money you get a 10% store credit offer back on your account, which is so cool because then you're earning more money to buy more perfumes, and it's a fun little cycle. So thank you to Dossier for working with me on this video, and without further ado, let's get started. Okay, oh wait, I need a mirror. Duh. All right, so I put my hair back, I have a mirror, and I have my makeup all set up, so I'm ready to start getting ready. The first question that I was asked a bunch was just about me and my experience in college and just everything about college. So I'll just give you guys the rundown as I go into my first step, which is concealer. Also, don't know how to do makeup, never claimed to, just, I've just learned what works for me and then I kind of go from there. Anyway, so the first question, like I said, is about college. So I go to Texas Christian University in Fort Worth, Texas. So a little bit far from home because I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So I kind of jumped in blindly and came here. I am a sophomore and I am a strategic communication major with a political science minor. So strategic communication is basically advertising and public relations with a little bit of design and writing and kind of everything thrown in, and then eventually you can kind of pick your own path and decide which route you want to go. I'm still in the process of deciding which route I want to go. And I know it's cutting it a little close. I mean, I'm going into my junior year and I don't still fully know what I'm doing, but hoping that I learn that as I continue. I think so far I like the whole advertising side of things more than public relations, but honestly that could change any day. So it kind of just depends. I'm still kind of just taking classes in a more general direction until I figure it out, because I don't want to waste any time taking classes that aren't going to be worth it for me, if that makes sense. The next question I got a few of was just about my sorority and my recruitment experience and everything like that. So if you can't see, I am a Pi Beta Phi, and my recruitment experience, I've never really talked about it on here or Instagram or anything. I kind of just posted that I was in a sorority. But my recruitment experience was a little different, I guess, just because I kind of came into college during peak COVID stuff. So our recruitment was fully online. Even our bid day was split up into different shifts where we had to come to our house and meet everyone just in different waves. But why I say mine was a little bit different also is because I actually came to school here thinking that I wasn't going to go through recruitment at all, which is kind of shocking considering I came to a school in the South where recruitment and sorority life is a really big deal. like Minnesota, sorority life is not a very big thing. I was never really exposed to it from a young age like a lot of people from the South are. Nobody in my family, in my immediate family at least, went through recruitment, so I just didn't have any information really. My main source of assistance throughout everything was my friend Mimi, just because she knew more about it. So Mimi helped me through a lot of it, and I ultimately decided that going through recruitment wasn't in the cards for me. I just didn't think that I really wanted to. But then luckily, since COVID pushed everything back, I came to school and I had a little bit of extra time to decide if I wanted to. And so once I met a bunch of people that lived in my dorm and I got lunch with a few people, I ultimately was convinced to go through recruitment, and I signed up for registration on the very last day that it was open. So I got very lucky with the timing of that. So I did end up going through recruitment, and ultimately I chose Pi-Fi. Like I said, I am so happy, never looked back, so excited. I'm so glad that I decided to go through recruitment. It was a stressful process, as it is for many, but honestly I wouldn't change it for the world. And now I'm pretty involved with Pi-Fi. And something else that I've learned that I love about being a part of a sorority is it's honestly been one of the biggest parts of my college career, just because it's led me to so many different opportunities than just like saying I'm in a sorority. Like from being in Pi-Fi, I got to work with university teas, and it led me to make my own collection in the first semester of my sophomore year. It was the coolest experience ever. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw a little bit about that. But it was the most awesome thing ever. I got to see behind the scenes of just apparel and design and marketing, like the coolest hands-on experience ever, and I cannot thank University Teas enough for that. So the next question is something that I got a few times, which I understand why I got it, but I'm just not necessarily the best person to ask. A lot of people ask me about how I deal with homesickness in college, especially considering I went to college so far away. I'm not that far away, but I'm about a 14.5-hour drive from home and a 3-hour flight from home. So it's pretty far, and I did not know anyone from my hometown when I first came to school here. So I was, like I said earlier, jumping in blind totally. The only people I knew was my roommate and the people that I had talked to over the summer just in preparation of coming here, but nobody that I had any prior connection with. So I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty horrifying, just because I am really close with my family, and I am a big Minnesota girl, so leaving was kind of out of the ordinary for me. But I did know that I always kind of wanted to go to college out of state. I just think it's a really good experience to live far from your family, just so you can kind of be more independent. But as for the homesickness part, I'm not the best person to ask about this, because I struggle with it a lot, especially since my sisters are so little. Just because if you guys are familiar with my family, you know that I have a 4-year-old sister, a 5-year-old sister, a 9-year-old sister, and a 13-year-old sister. So it's not a great time period in their lives, at least, to be away from them, just because they're being a part of so many milestones that I'm missing out on. But honestly, the best thing I've found for myself is to visit home when you feel like you need to visit home. Visiting home for me is honestly the best thing that I could do, just because I do love it here, but sometimes I just find that I need a break and I need to go back to what's familiar to me. Some people just ask me generic questions like my favorite singers and songs and stuff like that. So just my favorite artists are definitely Taylor Swift is always my #1. And then my second one is Kelsey Ballerini. She's my fave ever besides Taylor. But I also love Olivia Rodrigo, Joshua Bassett. Kind of controversial that they're both on that list, I know. Harry Styles. I still listen to One Direction regularly. Jeremy Zucker. I don't know who I'm missing, let's check. Conan Gray, Maisie Peters, Role Model, oh my gosh, duh. Sabrina Carpenter, Tate McRae, Rex Orange County lately has been a big one.
Okay, as I'm editing this, I'm realizing I don't know how on earth I forgot to say Gracie Abrams. She's like my #3 on Spotify. Like, I don't know how I forgot her. But Gracie Abrams.
So, my music taste kind of is all over the place. Favorite song of all time is Clean by Taylor Swift. A lot of people actually ask me my favorite places to shop, which this is always a fun question because it's always changing, but I'll answer to the best of my knowledge the places that I'm shopping right now. So like I said, it's always changing, but right now My favorites are Abercrombie, which that one has never changed. It's always just been Abercrombie at the top of my list. So we have Abercrombie, Zara, H&M, Target. Low-key goes really hard in their clothing section. Charcoal, American Eagle and Aerie. I know I'm missing places. Oh, Hello Molly, Princess Polly. There's a lot. I don't know. I know I'm missing a lot. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting big ones, but those are my go-tos, just the first places that I check if I am looking for something in particular. Okay, I can't multitask, but let's find me another question to answer. Oh my gosh. The number one question, how could I forget? The number one question was about my relationship status. I posted about it on my Instagram, so that's why a lot of people know to ask about this. But honestly, this has always just been something of my life that I've kept really private, just considering I was growing up on YouTube and my entire life was always just kind of broadcast to the world. And I found that like my friendships and my relationships were the two things that were in my control to keep out of the spotlight, I guess. I'm making this sound way more dramatic than it needs to be. But yes, I do have a boyfriend. His name is Josh. He's on my Instagram if you guys want to go take a peek. I'll insert a picture here too. I don't really know what you guys want me to answer about him. Maybe if you guys want me to do a video with him, something, I don't know. I really do want to do a video on who knows me better, my best friend or my boyfriend, because I think that would be super entertaining, because they both know me incredibly well. So that could be a fun thing that I can maybe do in the future. I think that would be exciting. We met over a year ago now, and we were just good friends, and then we didn't really talk at all until we came back to school. So we met March of my freshman year of college, and then we were like friends, whatever, but we didn't talk at all over the summer or anything. We didn't really stay in touch. And then we ran into each other when we both got back on campus for sophomore year. And then we just kind of pick up where we left off, and then here we are, turned into a relationship. But honestly, my best relationship advice is it comes when you're not looking. And that's the relationship advice that everyone gave me when I was desperately wanting a relationship in like end of high school. I just wanted one so bad, and everyone always told me, they're like, oh, if you look for it, it's not gonna come, or if you are really desperate for it, it's not gonna end up how you want it. And I just thought that was total BS. I was like, that's so annoying. How am I supposed to not be looking for a relationship when I'm single? And then this relationship came when I was very happy being single, and now I understand what they mean, why it comes when you're not looking, because you learn to be independent on your own and you don't need someone else to fill that void for you. So I'm very happy with the way that my relationship came about. Okay, my makeup is like pretty much done, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really do that much. So that's complete for the makeup. And then the last step, also my hair is going through a lot of problems right now. There's so much damage, so I wear it back quite a bit with a little silk scrunchie. So this is probably how I'll do my hair today. Just pull out some baby hairs and we'll go with it. It's also super windy, so it's pointless for me to actually do my hair. But the final step of my getting ready routine is to spray my Dossier perfume. So just, I overspray this too much. I just love the smell of it. Like I showed you earlier, but look how much I've already gone through. That's ridiculous. So yeah, that is all for my get ready with me video. Thanks guys for hanging out with me today, and thank you to Dossier for working with me on this video. Once again, Dossier's link is in my description box, followed by a code for 10% off of your order, JaidynLynzee10, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, love you.